What's up, you juicy beaches? What up, you boosh? What's up, what's up? Yeah, it's going great. It's going fantastic. It's an evening cast today. We had to go evening today. We had to. Have no fear. We're going to lay it down. Here we go, fam. Ready to get bitch slapped? Here we go. Oh, oh. Sick fucking guys.
The sun is shining. The birds are
You're welcome,
chirping.
brother. You're welcome.
The bacon is sizzling.
My son.
Welcome
Oh, yeah.
to the Daily Swole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Testing. Test. Is this mic on? Testing, testicles. Testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 1081 of The Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex. Biceps. Oh. What's going on, beaches? Welcome to the evening cast. That's right. We are getting it down. We're getting down on a Monday. Welcome, everyone, to episode 1080. It's your boy, P.S. Papa Swolio, fitness without the bull poop. The bullshit. We like to say the full words here. Welcome. Thanks for joining me live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. And for those of you that are slamming your ear holes with the knowledge cock on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Gougelet, as it were. Yeah, it's fancier if you say Gougelet. Oh, I listen to Daily Swole on the Gougelet news. So we got some big stuff coming, big stuff today. A lot of stuff going down. Always stuff going down. Hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up. I understand. It's hard for me to keep up. You think it's hard to keep up with my content. It's fucking hard for me to keep up with my content. I gotta chase this fucking Papa Swolio guy down all the time. I got to keep up with this fucking maniac, all the coffee, all the caffeine. It's hard. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you what. Let's see. New drop on YouTube. Brand new Ask Papa Swolio. Go check it out if you haven't yet. It's a good one. It's a doozy. Another one coming this week. We got Driving While Gaining coming. We got some more NOC. We got some more raw vlog. We got some real vlog. We got so much stuff. There's a lot of shit coming on the YouTube channel. So how many of you are not subscribed? If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, first off, you should be flogged, like publicly. You should be publicly shamed, kind of like Cersei from Game of Thrones. Shame. We should walk you through nude in public and throw poop at you. We should throw poop at you naked in public if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel. So unless you like that, unless you're into that kind of thing, I understand some people like that stuff. I'm not into the poop play stuff, but if you are, all right, just keep it to yourself. However, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel because I don't want you to miss a thing, just like Aerosmith. Because I don't want you to miss those gains. I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to miss a rep. I don't want you to miss a thing. Lots of stuff going down. Lots of that. Also, the drop today, brand new drop on the audio experience. Brand new audio experience. So if you're not subscribed to that podcast, make sure you get subscribed to number 2 if you haven't yet subscribed. So anywhere that you listen to the Daily Swole, go check out the audio experience. Swolenormous audio experience. Good one this morning. So the reason why we're doing an evening cast, Mama Swolio had some surgery on the face. So no teeth. No, I'm just kidding. Had to be the driver. I was a designated D. I was a designated Papa Swolio today, and I've been running around picking up scripts and going to get my pump on and going shopping and getting all those things. I've been doing the things, but I still got so much content fucking done. I got so much stuff done today. And drop that in the comments below if you are kind of like me. And what I mean by that is the busier I am and the less time I have to get shit done, the more I get shit done. If I have a whole day where I can be like, oh, I got all this time. I can fucking get so much stuff done. You don't get as much done as you think. You're like, where the hell did day go? What did I do here? What did I do all day? But if it's like I have to go here at this time and this at this time, I got to be here. You know, I'm popping, I'm locking, I'm dropping, I'm getting it all done. So today was one of those days where I actually was very efficient, and I'm glad because I don't like to miss a day. I don't like to waste a day. And that's why I'm always doing shit. I'm always doing shit, whether I'm dropping an audio experience or I'm recording something in the car. Got some cool stuff. There's a video I did today that I want to drop tomorrow on YouTube. It's straight shit. Some straight fucking fire. I think you'll like it. Father material right here. I am a father. I'm a father to over 600 fucking muscles. It's my extended family of sick fucking gains in your fucking fur. Oh, thanks, Shane. Appreciate it. Love the audio experience today. Listen to it on the way to work. Bam. Get that shit done. Yeah, I recorded this morning. That's right. It was early. It was an early one. Matthew, wow, you hurt her with those nuts on the chin. Jeez. Shh. Keep it. Don't tell. I know. I just don't want to get in trouble. That's like domestic abuse, right? When you put the nuts on the chin too hard and you need like actual medical attention. My goodness. Yeah. Well, that's what's great about social media and technology, because even when I'm on the road, man, the fucking phones. I feel like one of those older people now. It's like, man, kids these days, man, they don't know how lucky they have it. Meh. But, you know, I was using an older phone for a while. I wouldn't call it old, but I was rocking a 6S Plus. I mean, I still rock it, I guess. I use it for traveling, for Wi-Fi and stuff like that. But I just use my phone for everything, as you can imagine. And I do so much, not just consuming content. I mean, I just produce so much stuff. So I needed an upgrade, and man, like the output capacity of where I'm at with like my hardware. And that's what really had to come of age. It's, you start with nothing. You just get started. So wherever you're starting from, I don't know if a lot of you probably have businesses, or you have brands that you're promoting, or you're doing your own thing, right? Just start with what you have. I think a lot of you are hesitant to create content because you think you don't have the best camera, you don't know everything about editing, you don't have the best sound. Well, neither did I, and neither do I. I don't do everything perfect. I don't do everything wonderful, but that's the beauty. That's the beauty of that, and it's the beauty of fitness and nutrition. There is no perfect. Nothing is going to be 100%, and no one fucking cares. I don't know if it's just me, but I like it when I see shit that's not perfect. I think that's why Snapchat got so popular and it blew up, and that's why Instagram Stories is so popular, because people got tired of seeing all the fake shit. You know what I'm talking about on Instagram. There's one profile that I saw today. I forget the chick's name. It is some fitness girl. I don't know if she was a Gymshark girl. Looked like a Gymshark account. This girl, she has, I guess, you know, pretty much almost every day she posts those like, you know, little swipe over workout videos, whatever. But her main picture, right, her main tile is the same. It's like the same shot every fucking picture. Every single cover is the same. It's that step with that foot kind of to the front with the toe up in the heel up in the air, that little butt thing going on. Every single picture is the same shot in the same mirror. And the only difference is one says abs, one says glutes, one says legs, one says arms. It's the same fucking shit. Aren't people tired of seeing someone smile in pictures all the time? Aren't you all tired of that fake, edited, photoshopped, overdone stuff? It seems like people are. It seems like there's a silent revolution going on with social media. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm sick and tired of seeing it. I think that's where a lot of people are getting hung up now. Everyone's trying to, now that most people, or I shouldn't say most people, but you know, I guess the vast majority have better equipment now. The phones are getting better. People have the ability to create really nice, sharp, like really edited pictures. But now I feel like everyone's kind of over it. We don't want perfect anymore. We know we're tired of the bullshit. People are tired of the fucking fluff. People are tired of that fake pastel bullshit. I'm 19 and I'm a fucking fitness life coach. I think people are tired of that shit. And, you know, let it happen. Let it go, right? The cream rises to the top. I'm not worried. I don't have to be first. I just got to be the best. So I'm not worried about that in comparison to my shit, because nothing compares to my shit. No one does stuff my way. Everyone's got their own way. Some people copy other people. I don't copy anyone. I don't watch a lot of content for that reason, because I don't need to emulate. But most of the stuff that I see is like, fuck, I don't understand why people want to do things that way. They think that's the answer. And I think it's just not real. I just think it's not real. And that's why I'm always obsessively real and obsessively rough around the edges, because I don't want to refine my shit. I don't want to refine my stuff, because once it gets too refined and it becomes too foofy, then it just blends in. It's just background noise. It just becomes like everything else. So that's always underlying my content. I just don't want it to look like anyone else's fucking shit. I don't want it to sound like anyone else's shit. And that's not at the expense of being inauthentic. It's just I'm going to say what I want. And then guess what? If you are true to yourself, and then we'll get started with the main topic of this episode. If you just start and you are authentic and you're just authentic to yourself and you be you, then it's unique, because there's only one you. Just can't bias your shit any one direction. Don't soften your language. Don't tiptoe, and don't feed into the pussification of this fucking world. Everyone's afraid of what someone else might think, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Perfection is cringeworthy. It's not just cringeworthy. I think the perception of perfection is cringeworthy, because perfection doesn't exist. So you can't say the idea of that someone that's trying to project. I just don't like these accounts that everything is always a smile. It's the same thing. Oh, you're so happy. You're so this. Get the fuck out of here. That's why whenever I feel like not training, I share that with you. And you guys see that a lot. I'm always talking about how I didn't feel like fucking working out today. I did not want to work out today, because that's real. I would say 50% of the time easily, I don't feel like going. Like I know, but here's the thing. I know I still love working out. I still know I'm going to go. I'm very confident that I'm going to go and have a great workout. However, I'm just like, oh, I'm looking at the time and I got to get this done. I'm not going to get my stuff and go to the gym. Oh, I feel stiff and blah, blah, blah. But then all those reasons, or the possibility for excuses, pop up. So then it's just a matter of, am I going to pander to that? Or am I going to say, fuck that voice, fuck that bullshit. I'm going to go to the gym and get it done anyway. So it's a matter of whether or not you're going to listen to that shit. That voice is always there. That voice loves being there. That voice loves talking shit to you. That voice, that little fucking devil on your shoulder, that lazy fucking excuse, Swolio, is always there like, ooh, you can do yoga and stretch, and you can do mobility instead. Yeah, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go anywhere if you want to do mobility. And usually for me, here's the thing. I always talk about yoga and mobility. It's great. It's fantastic if you fucking do it. For me, I know that voice that tells me, oh, just stay home, do some yoga mobility. I know if I convince myself of that, I'm going to stay home, do a little bit, but I'm going to fucking slack and probably not do it all the way. I need to go and get to the gym and do shit there and then come back. And I know how I think. That's my brain's way of justifying, well, you don't have to go today. You can take a day off. I mean, you're sore. You train a lot. Fuck you, brain. Fuck you, brain. Fuck you, brain. Oh, my goodness. That was a long time coming. Oh, I felt that. You ever burp and just feel relief, like from your taint all the way up? I feel like I burped from my taint. Oh, my God, that was fantastic. Oh, I feel great now. Stop looking for someone else's results and get your own. Damn straight, Daniel. Chris, I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence, should be your line. Sean Woodcock, the best name ever. Question from a gym virgin. Ooh, let's pop this swole. I was crashed and ran over by a crane. Oh, fuck. Holy shit. And was out of for 1 year and a half, working to build my body back up, broke a lot of bones. The fact that you're alive sounds pretty amazing, dude. Should I start with free weights or cable machines? Is one more beneficial than the other? Sean, are you doing yoga, bro? I would say start there. Mobility is going to be your number one thing. And plus yoga is going to hit all those tiny muscles inside. You need to work on your mobility, number one. If you're cleared for exercise and you're cleared for yoga and shit like that, I would say start with yoga. If you're not doing yoga already, get the fuck on that shit. And good for you for surviving that. Holy fuck, bro. Let's see. Cody, love your podcast. I've got the notifications on when you put a new one out. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I'm so glad that you're getting amazing value. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Let's see. I'm looking, seeing, scrolling. I feel like crap. I had chips and salsa after work. I won't do that again. Yeah. Yeah, you make those mistakes. Listen, once you actually start eating healthy and you slack, I think slacking after eating healthy for a while is actually a good thing. If you slack, if you cheat, because if you cheat and you go off and you say, oh, you know what, I can get away with this, and you realize you can't, it's a humbling experience and you realize, holy shit, this is actually really affecting my body poorly. If you never test it and you never experience, you need to experience that shitty feeling. You need to experience that coming back after doing an elimination for a couple months and then come back and eat something like that, like bread, and feeling like fucking ass for a week. You need to feel that, because then it helps put that into perspective and you realize, wow, that stuff is not good for my body. You realize that shit. So I had this idea. I had this thought, and we talk about diet gurus a lot, people that plant their flag. Let's get a little bit of a survey. What are some of the things that diet gurus, I say gurus with big quotes around it, promote? What are some of those diet things that gurus or diet or fitness, quote, professionals promote online? What are some of the things that people plant their flag in? Plant their flag. And what I mean by that is, what are those things that a person, that a coach will be like, this is the way to do it. This is the way you should do it. This is the answer. Do it this way, lose weight, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you an example. One of them is keto. Intermittent fasting. Oh, I like that one, Nathan. Juice cleansing. Drop below. Even if I already said it, you could drop it below. What are the ones that come to mind? What things come to your mind? What are those things that diet gurus plant their flag in? Veganism, that's a big one. Good one there. Meal prepping, if it fits your macros. Fasting, intermittent fasting. Protein bars, weight loss shakes, pills. That damn tummy tea. Holy shit. That stuff still exists, right? That tummy tea, that's the biggest load of shit right there. 80-20 healthy lifestyle. Gotta love that one, right? Gotta love that one. Eat healthy 80% of the time and you can be a fat fuck the other 20. Intermittent fasting. Let's see. No carb, 1 meal a day. Okay. Good ones. Keep dropping them. Juicing, keto coffee smoothies, supplements, Atkins. Oh, you guys are doing better than I thought. You guys are getting some nice range. Waist trimmer belts. Do people really plant their flag on those? They probably do. Oh, like the sweet sweat, or this, they put a belt around, you'll sweat extra around this area. Weight loss coffee. Isn't that funny how, right, having like high fat coffee and bulletproof coffee turned into keto coffee, and then it turned into weight loss coffee, and then it turned into like all these, it just kept on spreading. People see the money in it and then just kept on creating things around it. Herbalife. Macros, 6 little meals a day, 7-day challenges. Okay, now these examples, and you can keep on dropping it down in the comments, all these examples, and this is what I'm talking about right now. The reason why I'm bringing this up is not to say that any of these things are wrong or won't work, because some of these things are actually viable options. Some of the things that you're mentioning, like doing intermittent fasting or counting your macros or being a vegan or vegetarian or keto, these are all viable options, right? These are options. And what I mean by that is you have a choice. You're going to make choices. What I want to kind of bring to attention is the fact that, for one, nutritional science is very new. We're only really tapping in now to like epigenetics. We're tapping now into DNA and gene mapping. We're tapping into a lot more science and a lot more technology that's helping us learn more about the human body and how it works and how bio-individualized it is and what things are best for our bodies. And that's only recently. I'm not talking about from the 50s and 60s. Those are, we're talking about epidemiological studies. I'm talking about real science. It's only really scratching the surface now. And you have to imagine that these major food companies, that health or pharmaceutical companies, that all these pursuits are not in their best interest. So where's all the money? Do you think there are billions of dollars being poured into, what's the healthiest diet for people? Not really. What's really being poured into is what flavor will get people addicted to more, right? What's the newest medication that we can give people that will help cure X, Y, and Z that we can make money off of, right? The institution of the government, the institution of the system that we're in the systems that are in place are so ingrained that it's not designed to keep us healthy. That's why we are kind of in our own right. That's why the Swolenormous Nation, that's why you have all these little pockets everywhere in these little podcasts and the internet. This is great because we can share information and we expose and discuss how much of a load of shit all this is, right? From the food pyramid all the way down. Now, when it comes to diet gurus and people planting their flag, I have a real problem with people planting their flag in specific things. Like keto is the way. People are like, I'm the keto person, or I'm the intermittent fasting person, or I'm the HIIT person, or I'm the Herbalife person, or I'm the macros person, I'm the reverse dieting person. And guess what they do? They have their own little plan. They have a little nutrition guide that they sell for 10, 20, 30 bucks or whatever. They have a program. They put in their profile and they're the vegan person, or they're the vegan fit. They got to put a plant emoji. They got to have the word vegan and vegan lifestyle in their fucking screen name, or keto lifestyle in their screen name. This is very similar to identity politics. It's very, very similar. It's people picking a side, planting their flag, and then identifying in their entire identity. An ego gets wrapped up in this one structure, this one concept. And that's why I am very neutral when it comes to nutrition. Paleo is another one. That's why I'm very, very neutral when it comes to type. For those of you, the new releases for those of you that are in Swolenormous X, you know that I approach nutrition. I say you need to go through a period of testing all foods. You need to go through a period of learning how your body works. And then you can start pursuing your individual, your preferred nutrition lifestyle that is optimal for you, that's optimal for your performance, that you like, that you can adhere to, because no matter what you do, I don't care if you want to weigh every little last gram of protein, carbs, and fat. I don't care if you want to do vegan. Fundamentally, you need to pick something that you can adhere to. You need to pick something that's real food that you can stick to long term. If you can't stick to it long term, you are not going to get amazing results. If you're not sticking to it, you're not going to get great results. If you're cutting out, if you're dropping off, falling off the wagon, quitting, binging, if you're not sticking to it, you're not going to get amazing results. You have to be consistent. Consistency over everything. What can you maintain long term? And some of you probably know vegans that have been vegans for years. Great, good for them. You probably know people that have been doing paleo for years, or keto, or whatever it is. Some people can stick to something and get results great. But there's a reason why everyone doesn't do it, because not everyone can, and not everyone should. One of the issues with the whole diet guru thing is that there's no proof one way or the other. There is no answer. Think about this. There's no answer, no matter how many studies that you can pull up for any benefit, right? You can find a study that supports anything out there. There is no proof. There's no truth that, okay, this diet A is the best thing for humans, period. This is a fact. That doesn't exist. So that being the case, already things are fucking up in the air. Okay, so what do I do, right? What do I do now? You follow who has the loudest voice. You follow whoever has over 300,000 followers, right? Oh, a lot of people follow him. I may as well just do what he does. You follow what someone looks good. Someone has a six-pack and like, oh shit, I want to follow what they do because they have a six-pack. These are all improper ways of approaching your nutrition. That's why I like to help you and guide you through determining what's best for your body. Not just tell you what I do. Oh, this is what I do. You should do this too. No, I want you to figure out, I want to guide you through the process of determining your optimal foods. That's the best way. It's the safest way. It's the safest way. I don't want to tell you to go eat fucking grapes and grapes blow up your stomach. I don't want to tell you to go eat high carb and then it fucks your gut up. You need to fundamentally approach your nutrition differently in order to isolate which foods work best for your body. And then you can mold it. And then you can mold your nutrition and learn. It's a journey. It's a practice to figure out what works best for you. And there's a systematic approach to that. And that's what we go over in Swolenormous X. And that's what I talk about here with the elimination diet, the elimination process, and how that works into all these other aspects of nutrition. But here's something I want to bring up. So let's say you look online. You can go on Instagram and you could find vegans that look like in great shape, and drop in the comments below. You find vegans that are in great shape. You can find people that follow If It Fits Your Macros that are in great shape. You can find people that do keto that are in great shape. You could find people that do paleo that are in great shape. You could find people that do any fucking diet that look great. Here's what's interesting. And this is a philosophical, but it's also a very truthful approach. For all of this, and social media has only been around really for like 10, 15 years. Okay. It's really only been bumping for that long. I know before that it was like, oh, the internet. No, this is like matured internet, matured social media, matured. And I'm not talking about when YouTube launched, when Facebook. I would say matured social media only lasts 5 or 10 years. Like even now, it's just kind of getting to full mature. It's really just kind of getting into it. You see all these people that do all these, right, wherever they plant their flag and how they all have great results. Think about this. You ready? Here's the mic drop. No one knows where these people are going to be in 50 years. You know why? Because it hasn't been 50 years in the future yet. There are no longitudinal studies. There's no observation on what happens when someone does CrossFit for 40 fucking years. There's nothing that shows, oh, when someone does veganism hardcore, exposed in social media that we can track for 50 years, what happens? No one's watching, oh, if you do keto for 50 years, this is where they end up. Oh, if you do flexible dieting and you're eating 20% of your calories or 30% from Oreos, that you have fucking cancer in 50 years. It's fine now. Okay, you have a six-pack, you have muscles. Big fucking deal. How are you going to be in 50 years? We don't fucking know. We don't know, bro. We don't know, bro. No one knows. Think about how crazy that is. To take someone's advice and to follow a certain way of eating. Oh, this is the way. I mean, what are you basing this on? And I am just stating literal facts. It's just observation. What are you basing this on? What is that? What are you basing this on? A 22-year-old on Instagram that does flexible dieting and has a nice genetic structure, has nice glutes and has a flat stomach because she's 22 and she got into fitness when she was 17 and just never really gained weight, but then she eats pizza on the weekends and she has pizza in her, everyone has pizza, like a little pizza emoji, you know, flexible dieting, a little pizza emoji. I work out so I can eat. It's the stupidest fucking thing. You mean you work out to balance out the fact that you're an idiot? Like you're trying to do what? And then you have people that are like, oh, I want that body. And you follow this person's program and they're 22 years old and they're eating pizza and they're doing stuff great. Well, what if that person keeps that up for 50 or 60 years? How is that going to turn out? Are they going to have issues? Like you don't know what this person is going to be like. You don't know what the effect of this is because we don't know what happens in the future. We don't have these studies. These studies do not exist. Here's the only thing that does exist. We know that from the demonization of fat, from adding tons of vegetable oils and soy to the American diet in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, we know that people are sicker, overweight, more obese, more unhealthy than ever. We know that our system of food fucking sucks in this country. That's one thing that we know. We don't have detailed studies on grass-fed beef and pastured eggs and really high quality or a higher quality of these products. We have all these like observed epidemiological approaches like, oh, well, this person ate meat and this person had bread and this person had this, but were they smoking? Were they sitting around? Were they living under power lines? Were they punching themselves in the fucking dick 10 times a day for no reason? And oh my God, like what else? We don't know. We're just kind of like skimming the surface. So I just think it's kind of interesting when you sit back and think about it. We're watching right now. We're looking at people online. We're looking at a snapshot. It's like getting a blood test. This is how fucked up it is to get a blood test. When you get a blood test, you're literally taking a picture. Okay. Now, a lot of you know what it's like to take a picture on your cell phone. A lot of you know what it's like to take a picture on your cell phone because you all have a cell phone. You take a selfie one day. How different do you look from one day to the next? Anyone ever wake up at 7 a.m., take a picture, and you're like, fuck, I look Chinese, right? Your eyes are all fucking puffy, and you're like squinting like a motherfucker. You look all puffy and bloated, and then later on the day, you look completely different. You ever notice that? You look different from one picture to the next, from one day to the next. Have you ever seen those montage videos on YouTube where you have someone, I took a picture a day for 5 years, and they do like a blend, and they do like a fast, like one of those like flip books. They cycle through and you see someone's beard grow and then shorten, and then they get more tan, they get this, they get thinner and fatter, blah, blah, blah. That's what you look like from day to day. So when you get blood work done, when you get a blood work, it's like a snapshot at that moment. So if you get your blood test Tuesday at 11 a.m., that's the way your blood looked Tuesday at 11 a.m. That's not necessarily what your blood would have looked like Tuesday at 3. That's not what it looked like Wednesday at midnight. That's not what it looked like Monday at 4 p.m. Like, you're always changing. These things are always fluctuating. Your body is always changing and releasing hormones and reabsorbing and blah, 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 depending when you're eating back and forth. Very few people have the financial capacity or the awareness to monitor blood work regularly, like several times, a few times a month, regularly every month. How many people get blood work done every month? No one, unless you have an actual chronic disease. Most people get blood work done maybe once a year. How accurate is that blood work? It doesn't show you your overall. It shows you a snapshot at one fucking moment in one fucking day. It doesn't show what it would look like 3 days before or after. It shows what it looks like Tuesday at 11 o'clock. And what's amazing is, and you all know this, what you get away with when you're 20 and 30, you don't necessarily get away with when you're 40 and 50. So you have all these people that are planting their flag. Fitness is popular now. Instagram fitness, YouTube fitness, Facebook fitness, social media fitness. And you have all these accounts of people that look in shape and look like they're doing good. And they're like, oh, I eat this and I eat this so I can have pizza. And, I eat cake and I do it for the cake. I do it for the cookies, cupcakes, and all the stupid shit. You don't know what that is going to turn into in 50 fucking years. No one does. So to look at that and be like, well, that's the way to do it. Look, flexible dieting. If it fits your macros, you can eat a little bit of garbage if it fits your macros. Well, how is that little bit of garbage going to steamroll over the course of 6 or 7 decades? How is that going to turn out at the end of your life? Is that going to be causing an early demise? Is that going to cause issues down the road because you ate and you had garbage and fucking poison in your system regularly over the course of days, weeks, months, and years, and just snowballed and kind of built up in your body, and it's not helping you? And everyone's worried about what they can get away with now. You want that mouth pleasure now. You want that little high right now. You don't want to wait. You want it now. You want that injection. You want that fucking now. You want that treat. You got to have that treat. I'm not sitting here to be a food Nazi, and I've said many times, you're a grown-ass man or woman, you can make your own choices. What I am saying is, you have to be careful what the message is that you're absorbing from people. And that's why I am very, very neutral when it comes to nutrition. I'm very hard when it comes to, you have to think about what decisions you're fucking making and why you're making those decisions. And you have to take responsibility, because understand that your results or your lack thereof is a direct result from the choices that you're making. So if you're going to go eat pizza and then complain that you're not losing weight fast enough, I don't care if it fit your fucking macros. You got to stop shoving your fat mouth with fucking pizza, because it's not working for you. You can't force your results based on a certain protocol. You can't fit your results to any protocol. Even if you want to be a vegan more than anything in the world, well, if it's not going to work for you, you can try and bang your head against a wall as often as you want. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, period. So stop trying to force it to work. People try to force keto to work, or you force paleo to work, or you force whatever it is, carb cycling to work, and you keep on trying to tweak it and tweak it. Maybe it just doesn't fucking work for you, and you have to try something else. Be more neutral. Be more black and white. Be more analytical. Okay, is this working? No. Try something else. Trial and error. Are you really putting in your full effort? Are you really trying hard enough? Are you really putting in the full fucking work? Or are you just kind of like, slacking? Be honest with yourself. And if you're happy with the results and you're happy with the potential and you understand, okay, this could have consequences, and you just don't fucking care, it still comes down to your life and you can do those things. I'm just trying to bring to your attention that you may quite possibly be full of shit and in denial, and you don't want to believe it, and you're making excuses so you can satisfy your own ego and have those little drug injections, and you can swallow that sweet shit and that artificial crap and feel and have a clear conscience. And look, if you're going to eat that shit, have a clear conscience. It's your choice. I'm not Santa Claus. I'm not going to be sitting here like, oh, who's naughty or nice? Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just going to call you out on your bullshit if you try to slip one past me, because I see through it. I see through it. You got to stand behind your decisions. But there are a lot of people that are trying to do this flexible dieting, reverse dieting, macro bullshit, and it's not fucking working, and they're just in pure denial. And they think that eating that junk food, whether or not it fits their caloric intake, is going to be okay long term. And they have no fucking idea. Listen, when you're doing that kind of macro shit and you're doing, okay, well, as long as you're in a caloric deficit, you'll lose fat. This is a very one-sided thought and concept, meaning, oh, if you're losing some fat, that means you're healthy. And that really bothers me. Whenever you read, oh, well, if you want to lose weight, it doesn't matter if you're eating this and that, you have to be in a caloric deficit. Well, that might be true. But I'll tell you what, if you're in a caloric deficit and you're eating garbage foods, you're still fucking yourself up. Losing a little bit of body fat is not the only measurement. It's not the only metric of actual health. If you're 30% body fat and now you're 25, are you healthier? Potentially. It doesn't mean that, oh, you're not going to have any disease at 25, but at 30, oh, you were fucked. That's not the answer. We just know that obesity is a direct correlation to a lot of these diseases. And in the vast majority of cases, it's preventable. But if you're 13% or 15% body fat, does that make a difference? No, it doesn't. You can't measure that. You can't quantify that, oh, it's 2% better. That's not how body fat works. You need body fat. It's not healthy. It's not natural to be 6% body fat. That's not something you should maintain. That's not good. Very few people that's like a healthy range or that's genetically okay, acceptable. That's not something that's good for the body. When you look lean and you're shredded, you do understand that that's not good. That's not good for the body. That's not like the way the body thrives, to be shredded. That means you have very little body fat. That means that your body doesn't have a lot of places to store important vitamins and minerals that are fat soluble. Like your body might have trouble regulating hormones more because it's in a starved condition and it's perpetuated in that starved condition. So stress hormones might be higher. So maybe genetically you're not predisposed to storing fat. Maybe you could be leaner, but you might have stress hormones that are out of whack. You might be breaking down other things in your DNA. You might have other trouble down the road because of the stress that your body is going under, because it's a stress. Exercise, being low fat, that's your body pretty much being broke. Your body's like, I got no money. I'm broke. It's okay to be lean, but to be shredded to the bone, that's another extreme. It's like being extremely obese. It's a dangerous game you're playing. That starvation, that lack of energy. And then there's always those individual things. Like some people are just naturally leaner. Some people are naturally store a little bit more body fat. And these are all subtleties that are really hard to pick out and blame on genetics completely or just environment completely, nature versus nurture. It's hard. That's the kind of stuff that is very hard to test, period. But we're observing so many different ways and so many different paths to success that it's just, who are you going to trust? What are you going to follow? Are you going to follow someone that just plants their flag and this is their person? They're the keto person. They're the paleo fucking person. They're the intermittent fasting person. I understand people want to have a direction. People want to have a religion. That's why religion is popular. People love to have a team. They love to have, okay, this is the right way to do it. Vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, blah, blah, blah. There's no proof that any one of those is the best. So before you plant your flag, I think it's even more important to really understand what food is for and understand that there's a lot of bio-individuality. There are billions and trillions of fucking bacteria and different combinations of all the above inside your gut. There's a whole ecosystem. There's a whole world inside your body that needs to be fed a certain way, that will react a certain way. And if you don't turn your vision inwards and look more inside and stop worrying about these vanity metrics, whether or not you lost a couple pounds, whether or not you lost a couple % of body fat, who gives a shit? It doesn't matter if you lost a little body fat and you're eating Twix and fucking garbage. It's not a good thing. And for me to say that is still an opinion, because who's to say that? Maybe in the future, wow, Twix is actually the healthiest thing you can eat. Did you know that this combination of high fructose corn syrup and aspartame or blah, 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 and gluten is the exact ratio that helps prolong life? Maybe. You never fucking know. I'm open to that. I doubt it, but I'm open to it. I'm open to it. I don't think so, however. I think modern medicine is great. I think you combine modern medicine with ancient food, and you got a real recipe for success. And it's one thing to supplement with vitamins and minerals and things you might be lacking in your diet, or things that might be lacking because of the over farming and, the soil's getting fucking weaker and weaker. And weaker meaning, more sparse and more depleted. I think like individual supplementation and those types of things are beneficial. And of course, the quality matters, but these bodybuilding supplements and all this extra crap, it's like, fuck, you need to get off this quick fix and this superficial bullshit. Building muscle. Why do you want to build muscle? You want it because you want to look a certain way. Nothing wrong with that, but think about what that means. You want to look a certain way. Doesn't mean you're healthier. You want to have six-pack abs. You want to have little bumps here on your stomach. Why? Because it looks better. It doesn't mean you're healthier. Like, think about everything that we do. And I openly say most of you want to look better. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that, but you have to compartmentalize that and realize that that's looking better. It's not necessarily being healthier. Those bodybuilders on a stage, it's not healthy. It's extreme. It's extreme. It's impressive. It takes a lot of discipline and hard work. I don't care about the anabolics and the steroids. It still takes a lot of hard work. But it's an extreme, and it's almost as dangerous probably as going into it's extreme weight gain. It's extreme weight loss and water depletion and fucking, it's not the pinnacle of health. And just because you see someone that has abs or that has some muscle that tells you to eat a certain way doesn't mean that that's going to be something when you look back in 60 years, doesn't mean that that's going to be a good decision. Doesn't mean that eating garbage and having, it's only 100 calories, but look at all this whipped cream and Oreos and sprinkles and rainbow jizz all over it. Then you fucking eat that daily as your snack because only 100 calories and it fits your macros, but the artificial sweeteners and the sugar-free sweetener and all that crap you're coating it all with, maybe in the future that causes cancer. And oh shit, I wish I didn't follow that diet plan, but at least I had abs when I was 27. You don't know. I'm not saying I know either, but I'm just bringing up the conversation because you don't know where these people are going to be in 50 years. And why? Because we haven't been 50 years in the future yet, but we will be. And hopefully we'll know some more shit. We'll probably still be debating and figuring this stuff out. My point is, people don't know. My point is, people don't know, but they will talk like they do. And anyone that talks as if they fucking know exactly what to do and that this is the best way to do it, those are the people you got to turn away from and fucking run. Fucking run. You really want to be careful around people that act like they know what they're talking about or that plant their flag and tell you, this is the way to do it. It's okay. They can have their experience, but it's how they contextualize their advice. And it always makes me cringe when I see someone that might have a good channel or a good profile, but then I see them plug and have in their profile say, IIFYM, or I'll say vegan, or say that. I'm like, oh God, no one cares if you're fucking vegan. No one fucking cares. What the fuck do you have to put that in your profile? No one gives a shit if you eat plants. I don't give a fuck. Are you passing out good information? Or are you just a propaganda page? Who the fuck cares? Keto this. I don't give a shit if you eat fat. Oh, no carbs here. No carb zone. Okay. So what? For fuck's sake, I don't care what you eat. What advice are you giving other people? What are you promoting to other people? What are you sharing? What are you teaching others? Are you just spreading propaganda? Probably. Do you realize that a lot of people are coming to your page or looking for advice, that you're going to be telling a lot of people to cut out animal products that should not be cutting out animal products? Do you care that you're telling a lot of people to go keto that shouldn't go keto? It's not the answer for everyone. Humans are not all the same. We're a very unique species. We're a very unique species. And there's a reason why, like, we're number one. We're number one. And it's not an ego, it's a fact. We won in terms of natural selection. Mother Nature can still flood us and natural disasters can still fuck our world up, but we won. We are in control. We're the smartest. We're the most intelligent. We can create, and we're depleting, blah, blah, blah. But for everything that you hate about humans, we won. We just don't know everything about ourselves yet. And we're very, very biased. And we have egos, and we make decisions based on ideals, and we make decisions based on wanting to be right. And that ego, again, we don't want to be wrong to the point where we're going to fight and defend our points to the place of no return that we can't even open our minds up. We close off so much because we're so passionately afraid of being wrong or being proven wrong. You know, there is no proof. From all the studies on both sides, on every side and every angle, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't have all the answers. We have experiences, and we see what works for some people, and we try to, unfortunately, pass off, what those people did to have success. Let's pass that on to everyone else. And there's a reason why there's so many different things. It's because a lot of things don't work for a lot of people. And people try different things until they find something that works. And if there's no name associated with it, they just tag it with something else. It's another name. What would happen? What would happen if, and think about this too, what would happen if there were no more names for diets? I'm going to blow your fucking mind right now. What if no diet had a name? What if there were no names? What if keto didn't exist? What if vegan didn't exist? There was food, all the same foods existed, but there was no diet. There was no macros. There was just food on earth. What would we eat? What would we eat? What would you call it? You still have people that would eat certain ways, probably. Yeah, you'd have some people that would eat meat and not feel good. And they would probably avoid it. Or people that when they ate fish, they felt better, so they would eat more fish than meat. Maybe they just don't like meat or they have allergic reactions. Some people don't digest meat well, but they do fish. What if we just didn't call things? What if we just ate the foods that work best? What if we just ate the foods? Shocker coming. Spoiler alert. What if we just ate the foods that work best for our body? And we didn't have a name on it. We didn't have to categorize it. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to be a vegan or a vegetarian if you didn't have to associate yourself with fucking psychopaths and these ideologies that spawn from seeing way too many fucking Disney movies growing up. I killed Bambi. What about that? There's nothing wrong with being a vegan, but a lot of people don't even want to touch it or even consider it because of the stigma. No fucking shit. What if we just ate the foods that work best for our body? What if we just went through the process of figuring out what foods work best for us and didn't have to have a name on it? It didn't have to have a name. It didn't have to have a title. It didn't have to have a team. It didn't have to have a whole organization. It didn't have to have a fucking logo. It didn't have to have a fucking flag. It didn't have to have a community around it. That's what I want to promote here. I want you all, look, we have vegans in Swolenormous X. We have people that do keto, paleo. I mean, everything. We do everything inside Swolenormous X. The new releases this week break down every single lifestyle. Those of you that are members of Swolenormous X in the kitchen are going to have infographics. It's going to break down every single aspect of the major nutritional approaches. Like I told you, those major overhauls that we went over last week in the masterclass, and we're going to go over this week, the new releases in the masterclass for this week. But there's so many different things to do. Why would you pigeonhole someone into one style of eating? Why not educate them on what works best for them? You want to intermittent fast? Great. It's not for everyone. Just because it might be healthy, or you say, 10,000 years ago, everyone did intermittent fasting. Well, not everyone had Walmart. No one had Walmart until, you didn't have access to food. Now it's a choice. Intermittent fasting wasn't an option back then. It was forced. You didn't have food. You were intermittent fasting by default. Does that make it better? Does that make it healthier? Does that make it right? Not necessarily. Maybe for some people. But think about it. Maybe it is better to have food at our fingertips. Maybe it's better to customize things more. When you fasted before, it's because you didn't have food. You had to go hunt it. Well, hunting's like exercise. You're doing physical activity. Hunting a wild animal, it's healthier meat. They're not getting fed grain and they're not on like a feed lot. Wild grass-fed or wild game, stuff like that. I think a lot of those same principles apply. But you can't rule out the benefits of technology. You can't rule out the benefits of being in 2019. But we have to combine that with a more logical approach on all the differences and all the different places to eat on Earth and all the different evolutionary, I guess, split-offs from the original humans that have led to all these different cultures that eat very, very differently, that have a lot of old fucking people and people that are healthier than us in the fucking United States. There are a lot of other countries that eat food that we associate with being unhealthy, but they are leaner, they live longer, they have less disease. Why? It's a lot of the processing. It's a lot of the other things, a lot of the modified seeds and the modified molecules. And without getting down another fucking rabbit hole, you get what I'm saying. If we remove the names and the stigma for all these diets, your approach and your concept and your idea of nutrition changes. But you have to be willing to pursue your personal nutrition. You have to be willing to approach your nutrition differently and not worry about any kind of stigma surrounding whatever you choose to do, and not feel demonized or isolated or discarded because you choose to eat a certain way. You don't have to promote it. You don't have to scream about it. You don't have to yell about it. You don't have to tell everyone. You don't have to put it in your profile. You don't have to change your name. However, if you're planting your flag as a vegan, as keto, as this, and you have it in your profile everywhere, you're setting yourself up to look like a fucktard. Because if that ever comes out, that it's not healthy, you and your 100,000 plus whatever followers, oh shit, well, that's not a good idea. Oopsies, sorry. You're better off trying to help people legitimately rather than trying to sell your little nutrition book that forces people down a rabbit hole that may not only not work for them, but could harm them. Nutrition is very simple. You just have to be open-minded and you have to approach it in the right manner to observe and to customize your way of eating. Unfortunately, people are lazy as shit, impatient, and they want it written on paper. They want it to be like this. I want the answer now. Tell me how many cups of this, how many grams, how many this. Tell me how to eat. That's what people want. Well, you can go ahead and do that. You have that option. I'm just encouraging you to think about your nutrition a little bit differently, keep an open mind, and understand that we don't know everything yet. And there is no be-all and end-all of nutrition. We're learning more and more, but just be very careful who you put stock into and what you listen to. And anyone that says that they have the answer is generally 9 times out of 10 full of fucking shit. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 1081 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. I will see everyone tomorrow for episode 1082. So thank you for following. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe at swolenormousx.com. Check out the blog, apparel. You can check out SwoleNormousX memberships. You can check out everything over at swolenormousx.com. And also, there's a brand new upload on the Swolenormous Audio Experience, second podcast. Go check it out. Available everywhere. If you have any questions, hit me up, DM me, Swole me, whatever you want to do. But I'll see you tomorrow here for episode 1082. Turn on your post notifications. Yabooshes. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.